So, hello, my name is Nick Starchild. I help people of color and queer folks change their lives through travel, sabbaticals, and career transitions, as well as financial literacy. I am a lifestyle architect. I help you design and build your house. It's up to you to live in it and maintain it. I offer real and practical advice on how to change your life. I've traveled all over the United States. I'm currently living abroad. I've gone through many career transitions through several different industries. I've taken a sabbatical, which has also changed my life. In addition, I've used financial literacy to get out of credit card debt and to establish investments. If you want help with that or any of these topics, or maybe you just want to chat, feel free to reach out to me in the Calendly link in the description box. Otherwise, you can subscribe, or you can share this content. Feel free to comment if you like, but it's not necessary. I think that people who comment sometimes will use it as a right instead of a privilege, and can be kind of negative and aggressive or hateful. And I'm not here for that. So if you leave a negative comment, I just delete it. But if you leave a positive one, I do appreciate that. With that, let's get into today's video. So today's video is about, is your dream dead or is it just deferred? So I'm sure some people have heard of that Langston Hughes poem about what happens to a dream deferred. I think that it's pretty poignant in this case. I apologize for me touching my face. I get really itchy when I record. I don't know what's going on. Every time I record, my nose starts itching. So some kind of tick that I have. But yeah, so is your dream dead or deferred? Both are kind of bad. Like, both are not great. But at least if it's deferred, you can kind of bring it back and like focus on it. I think some key aspects of doing that is, focusing on the power of living your own life, your life, and living those dreams, right, that you have. And the way to do that is first by taking ownership of your life, okay? So you're an adult. I know it's hard to remember that sometimes, but you are an adult. You can live the dreams. You don't have to not live your dreams. Just stop waiting for them to happen. You have to take action. That is autonomy. I feel like, you should just live your dreams and take control of your life. It's as simple as that. A lot of people feel like they don't have control in their life, and I think that that's not actually true. Those are societal pressures that are putting on you. So like, society is one of them. It could be family that's putting expectations on you that you don't really align with or agree with, and it could also be your religion. So I personally am not religious. I'm a black person who is an atheist. I do not have any issue saying that. I'm not interested in religion. I am interested in history. I know my history, and I know where religion comes from, and I know that for me it's not true. For a lot of other people, religion is like one of the most important things to them, and it gives them peace and solace. It helps them with their life in the directions that they need, and that's great for you. That's great, good for you. But it's not for me. And I think that a lot of people are held back by their religion because religion is about control. It's about prescribing really specific things that you're supposed to do at certain times in your life. And if you deviate from that, you're a bad person and you're going to go to like hell or something, which I don't agree with. I believe in ain't it harm none, do what thou will, which is like a Wiccan read. It's kind of a witchcraft thing. But a lot of these religions are taking witch stuff, witch history, witch practices and cultural practices, and then putting religion on top of it because they wanted to convert the people who were doing the pagan rituals. So in order to convert people who were pagans, you start putting the religion on top of those practices. So I don't need to get into a religious debate or history lesson, but that's how I feel. Is like, religion is about control, and it's usually controlled by men, usually cisgender men who want to control women. And men too, but mostly women. And I'm not here for that. I'm here for people who want to change their life in a positive way, and listen to their own intuition, their own dreams. And I think that's like super important, is like taking ownership of your life is the first step, is like not letting religion, not letting your family, not letting society tell you how to live it. You have your own brain, and you can decide how you live your life. That's up to you. I think the next step in that is embracing change and risk. If something's not working for you, if you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, that's like the definition of insanity or something like that. Complacency is real. Like you can't just wait for your dreams to materialize. You have to take actual action. You have to take risks. And sometimes that can be really scary. I mean, especially if it's in your career, right? Like taking a risk can be, very scary. You could lose, maybe the certain lifestyle or income you're looking for, or it can just be scary in general. It's just new and different, and that's scary. But I think that in all facets of your life, and even in your relationships too, right? So like, if you're having issues in relationships, you can't find love, you keep finding the same types of partner, it's you're the problem. You need to change your habits. You need to change the decisions that you're making drastically if you want to have a different result. And if you keep doing the same things, you're just going to be faced with disappointment. Like your life's just going to be disappointing. And you are the one who has to do the change. You have to take the steps to change your life. Another way to do that is just like reconnecting with those dreams, right? I mean, have you written them down? Have you thought about them? Do you just think about them in your head? Your dreams might have even evolved over time. Maybe there were a particular dream when you were young, a certain age, and then over time it changed and it became something else. That's very possible, and that's totally fine, right? Like for your dreams to change and your aspirations to change. Pivoting there's nothing wrong with pivoting, but you have to like reconnect to like, what are your actual dreams? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want your family to look like? What do you want your career to look like? What do you want your travel to look like? Your personal passions, like those things can't be dead, like they can't be like, can't be like not doing anything with those. And you're going to have to pivot, you're going to have to like, whatever you're doing right now, you're probably going to have to do something different. And I know it's scary, very, very scary, but if you really want those dreams to happen, you got to make that first step. You got to move towards it. Also, I think in terms of looking at these dreams, look at yourself, right? Like, are you the jealous type? Are you an envious person? I mean, those are very natural emotions to have, but if that's how you feel when you see other people succeeding, it's probably you. You're the problem. Again, you're the problem. But I do feel that there's nothing wrong with having jealousy or envy. It makes you a human being. It's just like, how do you react to that, right? Do you use that as a way to be self-pitying, to throw shade or hate at other people, or do you use that as a catalyst for you to change, for you to be like, oh man, that person is doing the thing that they wanted to do, or they're doing the thing that I want to do. How do I get to the point that they're at? What can I take from their situation? What can I do to change my life so I can get closer to that? Using it as a catalyst instead of as a negative thing. I think that's really important. And like I said, getting really clear on what are your desires? What are your dreams? Like, I think it's really important for people to write them out, get specific, either write them out by hand or type them up. Like, you really, really gotta like know, what do you actually want? What are you trying to do here? And then, because you don't want to get delusional. There's things that maybe you can't do, right? So like, maybe you can't be that world-class athlete if you're like 40 years old and overweight and whatever. But it doesn't mean you can't be an athlete. It doesn't mean you can't get to that dream, partially or a different version of that dream. You just have to modify the dream and be realistic about what you can do. But don't hold yourself back. I don't think that's the way. I think it's really important to think about the cost of delay, the consequences of procrastination and not pursuing your dreams. You're going to be more unhappy. That's point blank. You're going to have a lot of challenges over time, especially if you don't ever achieve the goals, right? Like, your life is just going to be significantly more difficult. You're going to be more bitter. You're going to be more envious and more jealous of other people who are getting to their dreams. Like, why do you want to be like that? Why? You don't have to be like that. All you have to do is take action. Write down some steps, how to get there. And if you don't know what to do, if you're like, I don't even know what the steps are, like, what do you mean? That's where I come in. I will help you figure out what those steps are. All you have to do is reach out to me. But like, you have to make the step. The first step might be talking to me. That might be it. That, whatever you need to do to get over that hump and to figure things out. It's key. It's the only way you're gonna get your dreams to materialize. And I mean, that's it. That's all I'm trying to say here is like basically empower yourself. You already know what you want. You know who you are. Get clear with who you are as a person. Be authentic to yourself. Have clarity about what you're trying to do, and then take action. That's it. That's all you got to do. I know it seems like I'm saying, making it sound easy. It's not. But once you start doing the steps, it does become more easy over time. It's just taking that initial step towards going towards your dreams. And if you don't know the Langston Hughes poem, I'll read it. It's really short. So Langston Hughes says, "What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it sags like a heavy load, or does it explode?" I'll leave you there. I'll leave that with you. You can take that in as you will. I highly recommend looking it up and reading it yourself. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you found this helpful, please like it, share it. That's the best thing to do, is to share it with people you know, so I can get in front of more people and I can help more people and grow this channel. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.